Hi science friends, it's Miss Kopish again, and we're going to have a little fun here with some science. We're going to actually do some physical science here and study one of Newton's laws here. To do this, you're going to need a glass, an index card. If you don't have an index card, you can cut one out of one of those mail-in little junk mail flyers there, cut it about the same size, and you're going to need some coins here. I've got a good assortment of them here. So, some of you might have done this with me before. This is lots of fun. So put the card about midway here over your cup. We're going to start out with a penny. We're going to put it right in the middle, and then we have to give it a flick. Here we go. Yay! It landed in the cup. Okay, to do this, you got to make sure that you flick, that your finger is going straight and not up and underneath the card accidentally. If you do that, that's going to jar this, and the penny's going to go flying every other way. So you want to hit it straight on. Now you might be asking about Newton's law. This is Newton's first law, which you'll hear more about in 7th grade, but it's nice to have a little preview, which states that any object at rest wants to stay at rest, and any object in motion wants to stay in motion. Now, to understand this a little more, remember what opposes force? Force being a push or pull? That is called friction here. Everything has friction. It wants to resist moving there, much like if you are in your seat and somebody is pushing against you to get you out of it there. So the penny has a little friction here. It's at rest. It wants to stay at rest. I'm going to get the card going, and I'm going to give it so much motion or momentum that the penny has no way of, it overcomes the friction, and it's going to stay in place, and then another force is going to take care of it. The one that makes it go down, that's right, gravity. Ah! Okay, once you've tried one penny, let's stack them here. Can you do it with 2 pennies? Can you do it with 3 pennies? Maybe you have some quarters lying around. How many of those can you stack and still shoot out the card here? Now this is fun on a small scale, but let's bump it up. Much like this. Yay! So to do this, you need a cloth that does not have a hem on it. A hem is going to cause a bump. This is why I can't use this fabric here. You can see it has a hem. That's an extra roll of fabric, and it's going to cause a bump here. I've also got plates that, first of all, are unbreakable. Get your parents' permission to do this. These are Corelle, so they're less breakable. And look, they have a nice, smooth back there. We don't want anything that is rough, otherwise it's going to cause a bump. I can put this to simulate a glass of Farkle. It's nice and smooth. You don't want to use a tall glass like this because it can get tippy here. And if these are not very weighted, you might want to put a little something on there to give them a little weight and it'll turn out better. If you don't have a cloth, I found that you can do this with just a regular old paper napkin here. This is one from one of my kids' birthdays a long time ago. Also important in doing this is to have quite a bit of fabric or extra off the edge here. And I'm going to have my son zoom in, and I'm going to show you what's important about how to do this correctly here. So you want to bunch up the fabric with 2 hands, get them nicely spaced apart. And you don't want to pull toward you, you want to pull down like you're trying to throw this to the ground here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So use the force and give it a try here. So here's my email address. If you want to, you can send me a picture or just tell me like how many coins you were able to get it to go and how it went with this. Remember, getting your parents' permission, of course. We don't want anything broken here. Your grade and which of the Park City elementary schools that you go to. So I can see about getting some science prizes out there. Yeah, I'm not going to do erasers. I'm not going to do pencils. I'm looking at some good science prizes here. So send it in. And remember, be like a proton. Stay positive.